Shelley learned a new trick with the excavator today. Do you want to show them what you learned?
Yeah.
I'm going to pass the camera down to her.
Well, today the lesson has been learned how to break a sewer pipe. I was on the excavator. Martin, he dug this trench over here, and he got so far and said for me to go ahead and do this trench part. And I got into it.
Don't forget I said to be careful.
He did say to be careful, but I guess that's my new learning curve.
All right, this is Martin. To all you homesteaders and handymen and handy women and do-it-yourselfers, we are going to fix, what are we going to fix, Shelley?
A hole in the sewer line that I did right there.
How did you manage to do that?
I got on the excavator and accidentally popped it, didn't see it.
Okay, so if you can't hear what she's saying, she was on the excavator and dug into it. Okay. So anyway, it happens. It happens. It's happened to me. It's happened to almost everybody that's dug anything. So come up here a little closer where you can kind of see. I don't need a right on top of it kind of a. Okay, so we've got a hole in it, and it broke right at a fitting. So I mean that adds a little bit of complexity to it, but not that much. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but right here there's a crack that come down to about here from where the actual hole is. So we're going to remove everything from about there up to about here and get rid of all the damaged stuff. So that's where we're going to start. And this is 4-inch Schedule 40 PVC. And so we've got the parts you'll see as we use them up.
Okay. What?
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be sliding a rubber sleeve over top the pipe. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of clean this up, clean the dirt off of there because it's a pretty tight fit. And where did those paper towels go?
Right up here. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay. Here you go. Oh! Yep, he's squirting me.
Okay, we don't need a lot of water for this. Just want to clean that mud off of there so that tube will slide on there pretty good. All right, let's go to...
Well, I'm in the firing line here. There we go.
Now I can't tell, but it looks like, yeah, this is cracked. Clear to there. See how that's cracked? I doubt if they're going to be able to see it that close.
Oh, they can see it. I can.
Okay, well it's cracked clear back to
Yeah.
here, so we're going to have to cut it back to there. I think I'm going to cut this one up here first. Now, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect straight, but the straighter it is, the better. So a lot of people I know will just throw the broken pipes down in the ditch and bury them. The trouble with that is that if there's anybody digging this stuff up afterwards and they start running into broken pipe, they never know for sure whether they broke something or whether it was just something laying in the bottom of the ditch. So I just, as a habit, don't leave broken stuff laying in the bottom of the ditch. So we're going to toss this stuff out.
Okay.
Now the other thing, I've got a dainty little pair of scissors here. Normally I'd be working with a utility knife, but I couldn't find one right handy. So all I'm doing now is just scraping the burrs off of the pipe. So as stuff comes down the pipe, it doesn't hang up on the burrs and then stuff off the outside too. Okay, next thing we're going to do is slide these on. These are just rubber, we call them Fernco adapters, and they're going to slide right on the pipe. And you may need to loosen these things up a little bit so you can stretch that out. And the other thing I told Shelley to bring down, I'm going to loosen this up a little bit so that it will stretch. And when you're tightening these, I usually don't even bother tightening them with a screwdriver. I'll go get a nut driver on the end of a drill to run them down tight. But whichever way you do it, sometimes if you put them on that way, you'll be tightening on this side, sometimes on this side, and on this, it's not going to make that big of a difference. But you can get them where you can't get at these screwdrivers from one direction, but you can from the other occasionally if you're in a real tight fit. So make sure to check that before you put them on so you're not taking them back off to try to turn them around. Here's the other trick, WD-40. That it's a tight enough fit, and you got to slide these things on there. And this is not a glue joint, so you don't really have to worry about messing it up with WD-40. And it slides right on when you do that. And you want to get it just down past the cutoff part of the pipe, because we're going to be fitting the piece in between, then we'll have to slide it back up to fit the joint.
Okay.
So I'm spraying the WD-40 down in here. If you don't have WD-40 handy, dish soap works pretty good too. Makes it slippery to go on there easier. Yeah, come on. It's close. Feels a little tight yet, especially down here on this end. Okay, that'll do it. Okay, there we go. So the next thing we have to do is recreate this section, this elbow and the two ends coming out there. So okay, we figured out it was 6.5. I estimated, 6.5. I estimated it, and then we went and got the old piece, and it was 6.5. So that's what we're after.
That would be bad.
It'll wind up a bunch of dirt in it.
Now it's the glue.
Glue.
Blue glue.
Okay, there's that. I'm going to slide it down on there a little bit. Okay, so there's that. And what we'll do now is just measure from here down to there and cut the piece that fits in there, glue it in, rotate it back down, and then slide that other piece of fitting up there. Yeah, there she fits. Okay, these things are always really tight, so I'm just gonna give myself a hand by doing that. And I'm going to come down here with some nut drivers on a drill to tighten them up really tight. But this will get them. This will get them started. So we've got a repaired pipe. Maybe added a couple hours to our project today.
But oh, what a good thing I learned today.
She learned that when you put an excavator up against a sewer pipe, excavator always wins. Okay, that's it. Now if we can keep her away from the rest of the plumbing.
Hey, you be good.
If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like and a share, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. See you next time.